Welcome back to Dickin' Around Outdoors. A while back we did an initial look at our Kokopelli Inflatable kayaks. If you haven't seen that, you can check it out here. Today we're going to inflate the kayaks and we're going to get them in the water. We're going to see how they paddle and we're going to let you know what we think of their paddling ease, their travel ease, and overall what we think about the Kokopelli kayaks. So let's unpack the kayak and see what we're looking at, do a quick refresher on what's in the bag, and we'll get these inflated. All right, let's see what's in the bag here. And as you can see, this bag has wheels, and on the back side it does have straps so that you can use this as a backpack as well. So I think they've made this as easy as they could to carry around this kayak. It's certainly not lightweight, but it's as easy as I think as they could have made it. So let's see what we have. The spray skirt. They do provide a pump. They provide paddles. And we'll get the kayak out, give you an idea how long it is. So there is the length of the kayak. Now this particular one is the Moki 1. It's a Moki one-person kayak, and it is designed to hold 500 pounds. If you did see our earlier video, you know that it took us about 120 strokes, if I recall, to inflate the pontoons in the floor, each one. After that, we went and we got the small pump that Kokopelli sells. So this is going to speed up the inflation quite a bit. It's not going to do the final bit, but it's going to get most of it done so that we can use the pump just to top it off. So let's get this pump done. First kayak is pumped up. Just wanted to give you an idea what the bottom looked like. So as you can see, one of the differences is that these are very flat bottom. They should have a lot of really initial stability. I don't think they're going to glide that well. We're going to see that. But you do have to install a skeg, and don't forget to plug the hole because that was not plugged in when we started to pump this up. So that's where we go. We also got the seat adjusted. So we are ready to put this into the water. All right, well, the initial impression is once you get in the seat correctly, it's pretty comfortable. If you're not in the seat correctly, you know it right away. Second of all, the paddling is a lot more efficient than I expected. It doesn't take much to get the boat moving, and it glides relatively straight. Now, it's not as efficient and straight as a hard-keeled boat, but this is much better than I expected. I did try to center myself as best I could given the seat mounting positions to get to the center of the boat, but so far so good. We're liking these things. So after the first paddle in the Kokopellis, and one thing I did notice on the website, that this model, the Moki 1, is no longer available. They make a smaller one that will hold 330 pounds now called the Plat. So these bigger weight capacity boats are now relegated to their pack boats. But beside the point, what do I think about the Kokopelli? Well, I think they're a good choice for the casual paddlist that doesn't have room to carry a boat. If you want to put it in a bag, throw it in the back of your truck, it works really well. As you could see, a big boy like me, the boat didn't stay very flat, and I could probably have run whitewater with as much rocker as I created in that thing. So I wouldn't say that even though the boats will handle 500 pounds, they didn't stay on an even keel with my weight in the center, or as close to the center as I could get with the seat positioning. And I think that I would have had to put some more weight on the front of the boat to try to flatten it out a little bit. Now it did paddle well, I thought. The pictures after the fact looked a little funny, but it did track well. It did paddle pretty easily. It's got a lot of freeboard, so there's a lot of side of the boat above the water. So even a gentle breeze would move the boat around if you were sitting still in the water, which is no big deal. Same thing in a canoe generally. But more importantly, the pontoons are big, and I constantly felt myself sort of hitting the side and having to change up my paddling style a bit to avoid the side of the boat. So I was reaching out further and digging deeper instead of like the casual paddle. So you have to sort of change up your cadence a little bit. After a while, it was no big deal, but it is a different paddling experience. So overall, if you don't have space to store a full-size hard side kayak or canoe, and you don't have a way to carry it on your truck, I think these things are a good option if you are in that, I'm going to call it the 150 pound range. 150, 175 pound range, obviously lighter. I think these are probably good boats. If you are a little heavier, you get the reaction of the boat like you did with me, and I don't think that's optimal paddling in any way, shape, or form. And in any heavier water, right, there was definitely less freeboard in the middle than there was in the front. So overall, I think they're good boats. They're not a replacement for a hard boat. They are a boat for someone that doesn't feel a hard boat meets their needs. So I'm going to put a link to Kokopelli down below. You can check out all their stuff. They do make pack rafts that are probably better suited for a heavier load like me. They might be a little less efficient in paddling, but that might be an option if you want an inflatable boat to throw in the back of your truck. And Camera Lady had no problem with the rocker in the boat sort of V-ing like I did. So again, weight matters in these boats, even though they have the capacity rated to carry much more than my weight. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed learning about the boats and seeing how they handled. I appreciate you stopping by and spending time with us. If you like the content, please hit that subscribe button, like it, and comment. I'd love to hear what you think about it. And as always, take care, and we'll see you outdoors.